Good afternoon, I'm Annabelle Regan with 2NURFM Hunter News. Newcastle Police have removed a protester from the rail tracks at Sandgate. The 54-year-old from Monero had locked herself onto the line in a small tent with the sign "Stop Life on the Line" beside her in support of farmers in the Hunter Valley and Maules Creek who are fighting against the expansion of the mining industry. She is now assisting police with their inquiries. The Hunter State Labor MPs have met this morning for the first time since Saturday's election. The ALP enjoyed healthy swings in all seats, including Lake Macquarie and the Upper Hunter, despite those electorates staying in the hands of an independent and a Nationals candidate respectively. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says electricity privatisation and the political donations scandal of last year has a bearing on the final result.
We obviously are demonstrating to the community that we're to be trusted, and we'll make sure that we are firm on that. It's also about the fact that the community will punish any government that doesn't do the right thing by the community, and it was a ringing endorsement in trust and honesty, and you have candidates and elected members now who are honest and transparent about what they want to do for the community.
Labor's sweeping return to the Hunter has again raised questions over the truncation of the Newcastle rail line. The re-elected Baird government has declared it will continue the controversial renewal plans in Newcastle, despite both parties having framed the poll as a referendum on the proposal to install light rail. David Blythe from Keep the Hunter on Track says the swing away from the Liberals show the unpopularity of the decision to tear up the rail.
It's pretty clear that most people voted for parties that were in favour of retention of the rail service. So while we can't exactly say there's a mandate for that, we can say it's pretty clear that those parties that were supported were those that have expressed public concern about the rail situation, and the two of the biggies, the Greens and Labor, both certainly have announced that they want it back.
Finding a parking spot at John Hunter Hospital has become a little easier. 200 car spaces have opened ahead of schedule. Around 740 parking spots will be delivered in the coming months. More than $10 million has been spent to provide more than 3,400 parking spaces. Meantime, work on the new parking spaces at the Calvary Mater is due to begin after Easter. Lake Macquarie Private Hospital has today opened the Hunter's first private emergency department. The new facility will link with GPs, ambulance services and the existing public system provided by Hunter New England Health, servicing patients with or without private health insurance. On-site radiology, pathology and diagnostic cardiology services will also support the new centre. Hospital CEO Ian Manton says the new facility will give patients direct entry into the Hunter region's leading cardiac service program.
I think the two features that we really wanted to have a look at within the emergency department is rapid access for people who are suffering chest pain. We've always had a wonderful reputation in cardiac services, so that's something we can offer. And also with sports injury, particularly on weekends, where we can give people access to a sports injury clinic through our emergency department.
And briefly, the hazard reduction burn planned for Greenpoint Reserve Valentine today has been cancelled due to rain. Now with sport, Jacinta Lee.
Merewether claimed victory over Stockton Raymond Terrace in the Newcastle District Cricket Final. Stockton Raymond Terrace were rolled for 170 in 54.1 overs and never threatened Merewether's 7 for 380. The Newcastle Jets are still in shock over their 1-0 loss to Adelaide United after a lone first-half goal by Adelaide's Marcelo Caruska in the 28th minute. The Newcastle Knights are sitting on top of the NRL ladder as outright competition leaders and the only unbeaten side after their 26 points to 14 triumph over Penrith. And in water polo, after a 15-9 victory over Balmain on Friday night, the Hunter Hurricanes stretched their winning streak to 10 with a 9-8 thriller over the Magpies at Ashfield. That's sport. I'm Jacinta Lee.
2NURFM News Time is 12:10.